Hello everyone, welcome to week 6. This is the last week in the digital theme, the second of our 3 themes for analysing media, film and music. I'm really sorry I wasn't available last week. It was slightly chaotic. I was in hospital 3 times last week and my flat seems to have a carbon monoxide leak. So I was breathing some of that in and then had to be evacuated from the flat. So you'll forgive me, I hope, if it takes me a while to get through my emails. I'm still not feeling 100%. I still have a very horrible headache and feel quite delirious. But otherwise, I will do my best to introduce week 6 to you and to remind you of some really important information about next week's submission for your poster presentation. So I'm going to share my screen again as usual. Over to the Canvas page. So you should there be able to see week 6, the Future Digital Music Week. This week is really good fun. You've got 4 who said to me earlier today that he could talk for hours about this topic. He's deeply enthusiastic and one of the world's leading expert in this field. So I hope you enjoy the lecture, which will be at 9 o'clock on Tuesday as usual, and it will be entirely live this week. So please make sure you're there for the session. To have this brilliant opportunity to listen to Thor. Your seminars, as usual, being on Zoom at their normal time. Things just to make sure you check through prerequisite activities. Have you done the essential reading for this week? And have you added 2 resources here to our crowdsourced bank of reading resources? This is a really, really good technique to practice sourcing the appropriate type of academic reading you're going to need when the process you need to do when you come to do your essay at the end of term. So please do this. Well done to the people that have already started doing it there. It'd be nice to see some more up there as well. And please do have a look at the links here. This is the best way to get to peer review academic sources. Google Scholar, Sussex Library, and the Skills Hub there shows you how to do Harvard referencing. This is a really good opportunity to practice that referencing and the finding the resources that gets you those high grades when it comes to your essay. And the really fun bit of this week's prerequisite is create an app. You don't have to make it, but just pitch it, pen and paper. Come up with an idea for a music app. And Thor has given you some inspiration here to get you started. And in your seminar, you'll be asked to talk about your app designs. So it's a really fun week and hopefully quite creative and relaxing just before your poster presentation is due. Okay, so the readings, as usual, down at the bottom of the page there as well. You can have a discussion in that page. I want to just spend a few minutes going over how you submit your poster presentation. So if you go to assignments, you will see, I'll just put the student view so you can see what you see. You should be able to see poster presentation there at the top. Okay, so you click on poster presentation and submit assignment. Each member of your group should submit the assignment just in case there's any problems with you expecting one person to submit it, they've got computer issues, then your submission doesn't get counted. They must be submitted by 4 p.m. on the 8th of March. This is set up as a group presentation. Presentation tasks normally have to be submitted on that day for everyone. So please make sure it's submitted by 4 p.m. on the 8th of March, otherwise late penalties will be imposed on that, unfortunately. And what will happen is I will late on Monday or very early Tuesday put your posters up on the week 7 page. And what you're being asked to do this week is to spend some time looking at other people's posters, adding some comments to other people's posters. And not making judgments of them of whether they go bad, but kind of thinking about what you've been learning about globalization for your work and how that might relate to their poster. What ideas does the poster raise about globalization? What have you learned from the poster? You should try to comment on at least 5 other posters. And do make sure you do this. This is kind of part of the process. This would normally be an in-person symposium where everyone presents their posters to each other in a big hall. So please make sure you do that. You have no lessons next week. So this is your lesson. And what you also need to do probably in week 7 is part of the week 8 work. There will be more instructions going on here about some things to sign up for, which I'll put in the video for next week. But we're kind of flipping the lecture in week 8. So in week 8, you can click on the picture there and go for a short course, which is all the the information stuff that we would normally do in the lecture. And then the live lecture, we're going to have some fiddly fun with different platforms, thinking about how we represent ourselves online in different spaces. And I will add in there in the next few days or early next week the guidance of things you need to prepare for that session, but you will need to prepare for that session. It will be just downloading some software. It's not going to be anything particularly difficult, or setting up an account on an online space, just the kind of nitty bitty stuff that we want to get out of the way before the session. So please do look out for that. I'll explain it in next week's video. Okay, so as usual, if you've got any questions this week, come and chat to me in the live chat. Sorry, I wasn't there last week. I was in hospital, but you just click on chat, and I'll be there from 2:30 to 4:30 on Friday. Josh this week will be asking you to complete a midterm feedback survey in the seminars. Please do this. We really value your feedback, and we use that to inform changes in our teaching for the rest of the term. So I look forward to seeing you, your posters next week, and then seeing you the week after. Enjoy this really fun week on digital music, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.